Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of MarketSense, where we simplify key economic concepts and issues to help you better understand and make smarter economic decisions. My name is Dr. Taufik Raji, and I'm an economist. In today's episode of MarketSense, we're going to be discussing what I call Dangote Refinery versus all marketers, PENGASSAN and NUPENG. Is this all about consumer interest or market dominance? For years, Nigerian consumers have been the victims of inefficiency and exploitative practices in the oil sector. With the introduction of Dangote into the space, the question isn't about cheaper fuel anymore, but who controls the market? Is it going to be the whole cartel or is it going to be Dangote Refinery? Also, the fight is shifting. Before, it used to be federal government versus oil marketers and unions, but now it is about the unions, the oil marketers versus Dangote Refinery, or let me say the private sector. Nigeria produces crude oil, but for decades imports 80% of refined petroleum products. This is according to PricewaterhouseCoopers. This dependence on oil importation has given room for oil marketers to set price and control margins, and also for unions to use strikes and scarcity to disrupt or influence distribution. These are all typical case of rent-seeking behavior, where profit is gained not from efficiency, but from pure market manipulations. And for years, the Nigerian consumer have been at the receiving end of the system. So the question here is Dangote Refinery our way out? With a 650,000 capacity refinery, it has the power or the skill to overshadow traditional importers, unions, and even marketers. But the issue here is, in economics, a competitive firm is a price taker. It accepts the price the market gives it. But a dominant player is a price maker. It dictates prices to the market. Dangote Refinery announcing its pump price and not allowing market forces determine the prices in the market is a dominant play, or what you might call a monopoly style behavior. And also, with its ability to now control the upstream and the downstream, gives it the power to squeeze competitors, control margins, and also set the terms in the market. So let's weigh the two possible outcomes. If the unions, the oil marketers, continue to be the dominant player, we might return to scarcity, artificial disruptions, corruption, and even high prices. On the other hand, if Dangote Refinery is the dominant player, we risk having a market controller that dictates price to the market. In both cases, whether short run or long run, the Nigerian consumer is disadvantaged. So how do we get out of this? Without proper regulation and competition, the Nigerian consumer will always be at the receiving end. So the real solution here is not about choosing NUPENG, PENGASSAN, or Dangote Refinery. It's about strengthening our regulation so that there won't be abuse in the market. Number two, creating more refineries, smaller ones and modular refineries, so that we can foster competition. And also for civil society to be able to demand for transparency in pricing. So before you take sides, whether NUPENG, Dangote, or PENGASSAN, or the oil marketers, it is important that you understand what is happening in the market. Here at MarketSense will always help you understand the market better. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Market Sense and you learned one or two things. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and share with friends and family. And most importantly, educate the mind, don't abuse it. See you next week.